Racer, we are here with our good friend, Brad Kettler, who is a little bleary-eyed, man in need of more and more Starbucks and Red Bulls. He's been up all night along with the rest of the crew on the #1 Audi that unfortunately was destroyed yesterday. BK, other than wanting to go to bed, tell me about what's left to do on the car. It looks like you guys have made amazing progress.
Yeah, I mean, here at Team Yost, we're hard to stop. So we had a lot of stuff prepared for the rebuild anyway, for the car that we were going to run. And then, of course, we couldn't use that one, so we had a lot of things prepared already. So what you see in the background is a different chassis that we prepared overnight. And it's more or less finished at this point. We have to do a couple final electrical checks, and then it has to go through the scrutineering process, as they all do, before the event begins. So the boys are finishing now, and we're on a tight time schedule, but I think we're going to make it.
What has been involved, other than just simply unbolting everything usable from the previous chassis? Do you even go that far, or do you start absolutely brand new, every part and piece going onto the tub and the rest of the parts bolted on?
Well, you know, these cars are incredibly strong and so forth, but even given that, with the severity of the incident and so forth, the decision was made not to use any of those parts until they could be inspected properly. So we started basically from a clean sheet of paper yesterday after the accident.
You and the boys had any sleep rotations, or have you been up since you woke up yesterday?
I've had a couple hours. We all got a chance to take a short nap, and then the guys that worked through the night are taking a short nap now, and they're back in here. They'll be here about 1 o'clock, and then we'll be back at full strength to go back on track this afternoon.
Vehicle safety is something that is important to every team. It's certainly something that Audi has spoken about relentlessly, engineered into the cars. With the hit taken yesterday by the #1, the impact to the roof and otherwise, I think most people were amazed to see the amount of damage done, yet for Loic to be dealing with, you know, almost insignificant injuries. And back here, just tell me a little bit about the engineering and safety built into the cars. We saw that put to the test.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course, there's the limited safety standards that the ACO requires and so forth, but Audi always achieves to go above and beyond those things for exactly that kind of reason. I mean, we build and engineer extremely strong cars, and yesterday you saw that. I mean, the damage was significant, but you know, that'll be analyzed. The guys will take a very strong look at that. You know, that'll be looked at in Ingolstadt. You know, really the data from the accident, they'll reconstruct it, and they'll take a look at how things worked, how the car absorbed the energy. And sometimes, you know, when it looks, the way it looks is a function of losing the energy. I mean, you know, if the car was completely intact and the energy was all transferred into the driver, it could be a very different situation. So, you know, we never like to see things like that, but we take every opportunity to learn from unfortunate circumstances.
The last question, what does this do for plans and strategy? Obviously with deGrassi, Duval, Christensen, you know that lineup. Not that you don't know Genet, there's nothing against Mark, but all of a sudden you've gone from a team that you've been building and leading up to not just replacing the chassis, but there's also a bit of chemistry change. What does that do for you and the team?
Well, obviously, we're going to miss Loic. I mean, you know, it's we're just profoundly happy that he's okay and that he's going to be. He actually sent a message to us this morning that he was going to come in and see us all and wish us well and be watching what was going on. So he feels okay. Of course, he's sore and beat up. But, you know, Mark's been in the car before. We've all worked with him before. You know, it's been the philosophy of Audi for quite some time to kind of intersperse the rotations of these guys, so they all know each other. And I mean, there'll be a short learning curve, but it's not like we're starting with somebody new. And we're really, really you know, fortunate to be able to put Mark in because he's incredibly fast and he knows the car. He's been in it before, so should be good.
All right, Racer, this is Brad Kettler, a man we love, and we might go get him a little inflatable bed and a little comfy pillow.
Don't tempt me.
Okay.
Better off on my feet at this point.
Thanks, BK.